Feel the comfort of tonight's tale as it brings you rest. The tenderness of Nymphaead and Ophelia. This story is about the profound connection and mutual tenderness between a human named Nymphaea and a fire spirit named Aquileia. Nestled in a tranquil valley, there lives a gentle-hearted human named Nymphaea. Each day, she roamed the lush meadows, gathering wild flowers and spreading kindness wherever she went. One twilight, while she was weaving a crown of daisies, she heard a soft rustling sound. Out of the shimmering dusk emerged a small, radiant fire spirit named Aquileia. With flames dancing gently upon his tiny frame, Aquileia greeted her with a warm glow. The instant Nymphaea and Aquileia met, a profound connection sparked between them. Nymphaea, with her loving nature, spoke to Aquileia about the wonders of the world. Aquileia, in turn, demonstrated the power of warmth and light, showing how even the smallest flame could brighten the darkest night. Over time, they spent countless evenings sharing stories, laughter, and dreams. Nymphaea introduced Aquileia to the beauty of the human heart, while Aquileia unveiled the mysteries of the fire spirits. One crisp autumn night, a fierce storm approached the valley. Winds howled and lightning crackled, threatening the peaceful haven they cherish. Nymphaea felt a surge of worry for her fiery friend. Aquileia, sensing her distress, promised to protect their shared home. As the storm raged, Aquileia's flames grew brighter and stronger, forming a protective barrier around Nymphaea's cottage. His tender warmth shielded them from the storm's fury. The raging tempest eventually passed, leaving the valley unscathed. Grateful and moved by Aquileia's bravery, Nymphaea embraced him. She realized that true tenderness lay not only in gentle actions, but also in the courageous acts that shielded those we love. From that day forward, their bond grew deeper. Nymphaea and Aquileia continued their journey together, epitomizing the essence of tenderness through their unwavering devotion to each other. In their small valley, they lived harmoniously, constantly illuminated by the gentle light of their shared love and compassion. Now, let's enter another chapter of tonight's journey. Zinnia and Geranium, A Journey to Clarity. This story is about Zinnia and her magical friend Geranium embarking on a journey to find clarity, realizing that true understanding comes from within. In a quaint village nestled amidst vibrant wildflowers, lived a kind-hearted girl named Zinnia, who had a secret friend known only to her. Zinnia's friend was a tender heart named Geranium, a magical creature with petals in place of fur and a wisdom far beyond its years. Each evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon casting a golden glow over the village, Zinnia would meet Geranium by their favorite willow tree by the brook. In one particular evening, Zinnia arrived with a cloud of confusion hanging heavy over her. "Oh, Geranium," she sighed, "I can't seem to find my way. Everything feels so tangled and unclear." Geranium listened with its petals softly fluttering as if considered Zinnia's words. "The time's path before us is obscure," it said gently, "but clarity is not found in the chaos, it is discovered in stillness." With that, Geranium suggested they embark on a journey to find the fabled crystal lake, known to grant insight to those who gazed into its waters. The next morning, with the first blush of dawn coloring the sky, Zinnia and Geranium set off on their adventure. They journeyed through dense forests where sunbeams danced on dew-kissed leaves over rolling hills, covered in a carpet of wildflowers, and across serene meadows where the air was filled with the fragrance of blooming flowers. Each step they took brought them closer to the elusive clarity Zinnia sought. As they traveled, Geranium shared stories of courage, patience, and the importance of inner peace. The tales were like little sparks of light in the dark, helping to untangle the knots in Zinnia's heart and mind. After several days, their path finally led them to the shimmering shores of Crystal Lake. The lake's waters were as clear as glass, reflecting the sky and surrounding landscape like a flawless mirror. "Look into the water, Zinnia," Geranium whispered, "and see what it reveals." Zinnia knelt by the lake's edge and peered into its depths. As the ripples settled, her own reflection gazed back at her, clear and undistorted. In that moment, she saw herself with a newfound clarity, understanding that the answers she sought were within her all along. Airs of joy glistened in her eyes as she turned to Geranium, who beamed back at her. "Thank you, Geranium," she said softly. "I see now that clarity doesn't come from searching outward, but from quieting the noise within and trusting myself." With hearts full and spirits lifted, Zinnia and Geranium began their journey home. The village awaited, bathed in the warm glow of the setting sun, but Zinnia's heart was now light and clear. As they walked back, Zinnia couldn't help but marvel at how different the world seemed now, every detail sharp and vivid. And though their adventure had come to an end, the lessons learned and the bond shared between Zinnia and Geranium would last a lifetime. Let's begin another chapter in tonight's journey. Euphorbia and Curious Kitten William, A Tale of Fate. This story is about the journey of a woman named Euphorbia and her curious kitten, William, as they inspire their village to have faith during a storm. In a small village nestled between rolling hills and flowing rivers, there lived a kind-hearted woman named Euphorbia. Her home was a cozy cottage adorned with flowers of every color. Each morning, Euphorbia would wake up to the harmonious sounds of nature and the gentle purring of her dear friend, a kitten named William. William was not an ordinary kitten, but unwarped in the unsettled. His curiosity knew no bounds, and his emerald green eyes sparkled with wonder for the world around him. For every day, he would explore the village, meeting new friends and discovering new places, always returning to Euphorbia by sunset. One day, the village was struck by a fierce storm that lasted for days. The villagers were anxious, their faith tested as they tried to protect their homes and families. Euphorbia calmly comforted her neighbors, her unwavering faith serving as a pillar of strength for all. Inside the cottage, William watched raindrops race down the window panes, his little heart heavy with concern. He wanted to help, but he wasn't sure how. Ninfi sensing his unease, Euphorbia knelt beside him, her voice gentle and reassuring. "Faith is not just about believing in what you can see, William," she said, her eyes filled with warmth. "It's about trusting that things will get better, even when the skies are dark." Inspired by her words, William decided to venture out into the storm. He navigated the wind and rain, spreading messages of hope to the villagers who needed it most. At first, some were skeptical, but William's determination and the faith that sparkled in his eyes gave them the strength to persevere. One evening, as the storm began to wane, Euphorbia found William under the old oak tree, exhausted but proud. The villagers gathered round, their spirits lifted by the brave kitten's faith and kindness. Euphorbia embraced William, whispering words of pride and love. From that day on, the village became a beacon of faith and unity, inspired by the lessons taught by a curious kitten and a wise woman. The bond between Euphorbia and William grew even stronger, their story a lasting testament to the power of faith in the face of adversity. Now, let's move gently into the next journey. The Gift of the Lotus. This story is about Kiara, learning the transformative power of gratitude from an ancient spirit named Lotus, leading to a life full of blessings and a lasting legacy. In a village nestled between emerald hills and crystal streams, lived a kind-hearted human named Yarrow. His days were spent tending to the fields, assisting neighbors, and appreciating the beauty of nature. One twilight evening, while Yarrow sat by the river, he encountered an ancient spirit known as Lotus. Lotus was a manifestation of diverse wisdom, and she appeared as a serene, radiant figure adorned with blossoms. With a gentle voice, Lotus spoke of the power of gratitude and its ability to bring peace and abundance. Intrigued, Yarrow listened intently. Lotus told Yarrow that gratitude could unlock hidden blessings in one's life. She offered to teach him the ways of expressing genuine thankfulness. For the next few weeks, Yarrow practiced this newfound appreciation. He thanked the sun for its warmth, the rain for nurturing the crops, and the wind for its whispers. Gradually, Yarrow noticed positive changes. His harvest was bountiful, his relationships strengthened, and he found joy in simple things. One morning, Yarrow discovered a lotus flower blooming in his garden, a symbol of his honest gratitude. Overwhelmed with emotion, he thanked Lotus for her guidance. Lotus appeared again, pleased with Yarrow's progress. She explained that the flower was a gift, a reminder to always embrace the spirit of gratitude. Yarrow promised to cherish and nurture the gift. Years passed, and Yarrow continued to live a life filled with gratitude. His village thrived, inspired by his example. The story of Yarrow and the ancient spirit named Lotus became a cherished tale, passed down through generations. It taught everyone the value of thanking each small part of their lives. Yarrow's legacy lived on, reminding all who heard the tale that a thankful heart is always rewarded with the purest blessings. Until next time, sleep well and sweet dreams.